And what did you observe?
I observed the teachings of Islam. It took 2 years to learn what I know about Islam today. To the public, the mosque will not promote terrorism or any kind of radical acts. But when they're among friends and congregants only, they will promote the true teachings of Islam, which include the offer to non-Muslims, the choice rather, that you must convert, live under Islamic rule, or be fought against. Jihad fi sabilillah, jihad for the sake of Allah.
So behind closed doors, you felt that the mosque was much more radicalized than they let on to the general public. Well, let me tell you what they say now. They have come out in response to this beheading and condemned it. They say that their hearts and prayers go out to the victims, and they have expressed condemnation of his behavior and said he does not stand for Islam.
They'll say that to any media presence. However, when I was attending the mosque, I was specifically told, for example, concerning suicide bombings in Israel, that we do support these acts because, as it was told to me, this is the only weapon the Palestinians have, but do not mention this to the media because they would not understand.
I understand you had another incident where you were with two people from the mosque and there was a discussion about what they would do if Osama bin Laden himself showed up at their house. What happened?
That's correct. I had two friends at the mosque. One of them is now an imam. His name was Yahya Graf, and the other one was named Jihad Rashad. Both of them at the time attended the Islamic Society of Greater Oklahoma City. I'm unaware of where Yahya Graf is now. The last I heard, he was either in Houston or in Cairo, because I know that he, along with Sohaib Webb, both studied at Al-Azhar University in Cairo. Both of the subjects, the men, told me that if Osama bin Laden came to their door, they would invite him in and protect him because he was a brother Muslim, and we must protect him from those that don't believe.
Did they ever discuss the subject of beheadings? Was that ever discussed?
The only time that beheadings were discussed was in the means of which you confront the infidel, as it is related to in the Quran, that when you meet the unbelievers, you should smite at their necks.
That was a quote that was actually also on this defendant's Facebook page, which we saw ourselves. Now, did they talk publicly, I mean privately behind closed doors, about the need to act differently in front of the media? You made reference to that.
Absolutely. There's a teaching in Islam called taqiyya, which is deception. Muhammad, the prophet of Islam himself, even said that war is deception. And the reason that they are so deceptive is that when they cannot do jihad physically, they attempt to do jihad by means of stealth, by endearing themselves to the media, endearing themselves to government, endearing themselves to the American people to slowly work their way in. But they all believe in their religion, which teaches that, according to the hadith in Sahih Muslim, that when you approach the non-believers, you must offer them a choice to convert, to live under Islamic rule and pay the jizya or poll tax and live in submission, or you will be fought against, which is jihad fi sabilillah, which is what you see now with ISIS and Al-Qaeda and various other groups throughout the world.
But clearly this can't be true of everyone who attends this mosque. I mean, they can't all be this radical.
Absolutely, not everyone. As Ayan Hirsi Ali has said herself, a Muslim will choose how much of their religion they wish to practice. However, the people that told me, the person that told me rather, about the concept of jihad and the choices that must be offered to non-Muslims was Imam Sohaib Webb, who was
He's the old imam at this mosque?
Yes, and he is now currently the imam of the Islamic Society of Boston. Which
is where the Tsarnaev brothers were going, the elder.
That's correct.
Okay, and he sounds like he is, this is him, this is a picture of him on the screen. He specifically was a teacher there to you, an imam there to you, and what specifically did he